Hi everybody, and welcome to this channel, Freya's Crone. My name is Melody. For those of you who are new to this channel, welcome, and welcome back to my returning subscribers from my other channel. I'm grateful for each and every one of you guys for all the love and support that you've been giving me on this YouTube journey. Okay, so to connect with these messages, hit that thumbs up, leave a kind comment for myself or for somebody else to find in the collective. If you are not yet subscribed to this channel, hit that subscribe button and a little notification bell. And as always, if you know somebody who needs to hear these messages, go right ahead and share it. All of that helps to get these messages out into the YouTube collective or the collective in general for those who need to hear it. Okay, so this is going to be a different kind of a reading. And what we're going to do is we're going to tap into the retrograde energy here. So we have a whole bunch of planets that are retrograde. We have Mercury that was in retrograde this month in August, that will be back in retrograde in November, from November 9th, 2025. It starts out in Sagittarius and will end November 29th in Scorpio. We have Jupiter that will be retrograde in Cancer on November 11th and will remain in Cancer retrograde until March 11th, 2026. We have Saturn that is retrograde. It went in retrograde on July 13th in Aries and will be retrograde and in Pisces on November 28th. We have Uranus that will be retrograde in September on the 6th. It will start out in Gemini and will end in Taurus on February 4th, 2026. We have Neptune that went retrograde on July 4th, 2025 in Aries and will remain in retrograde, end in Pisces on December 10th, 2025. We have Pluto that went retrograde in May, on May 4th in Aquarius, and will remain in Aquarius until October 14th of this year. We have Chiron that went retrograde on July 30th, 2025 in Aries, and will remain retrograde in Aries until January 2nd of 2026. We also have coming in September, we have two eclipses. We have the full moon lunar eclipse in Pisces on September 7th, and we have the new moon solar eclipse on September 21st that will start out in Virgo and roll over into Libra while it is still in the full moon energy. Okay, so I feel like those eclipses have a lot to do with the retrograde energies, but also on a global scale. So if I pull something through for the sign on a global scale, I will say global scale, and you can just heed that message that maybe it is going to affect you in some sort of way. Okay, so let's go ahead and get started. These are general readings, so only take what resonates with you. We're going to start off with the element of earth, the Virgo signs. Doesn't matter where your placement is. You may even be intuitively called to watch the video. We're going to start off with the planet that is affecting you the most. So Virgo, if the Sun card does not come out, that does not mean that it's not going to affect you. You may have Virgo in one of the retrograde planets that is heavily affecting you. So take heed the messages with caution. If it does not resonate with you, go watch another sign. Because remember, this is a retrograde reading, and pretty much all the planets are almost all in retrograde or going to be in retrograde. All right, so let's go ahead and get started. So Virgo, we have Mercury in retrograde that is going to heavily affect you. Mercury will be in retrograde in November on the 9th, starts out in Sagittarius and ends in, on the 29th, and ends in the star sign of Scorpio. Okay, so there could be a lot of miscommunications happening. There's a Gemini. You could have Gemini somewhere in your chart, and then we have Virgo, right? Virgo is also ruled by Mercury. So there could be a lot of miscommunications. There could be a lot of maybe things misunderstood. Okay, like I feel like there's going to be a lot of things misunderstood. It could heavily affect your throat chakra. And maybe there is somebody could have something to do with telepathy. But the retrograde for Mercury it starts on November 9th and goes retrograde until November 29th. But then you got the post retrograde. So you got the pre retrograde and then a post retrograde. So November is going to be heavy for you. For some of you, you may have Virgo in Mercury as well that maybe you need to take a look at. All right. So let's go ahead and start. We're going to pull runes for the rest of this reading. I also see brothers for some reason in this. Alright, so what is Mercury interrupting? What is Mercury interrupting for the Virgo collective? And this is your rune for what Mercury is interrupting. It is also in reverse. That rune is the rune of... Let me flip it upside down here. Let's see what I'm looking at. It's Fehu. Fehu. And it represents, you may lose all you have conquered so far. Learn the stone's lessons and be aware of people around you. So you're being taught a lesson when it comes to communication. And it is interrupting your throat chakra. Your throat chakra could be blocked. And you could be... The Spirit is telling you to be aware of people and their communication with you as well. Alright, so let's go ahead and we're going to dig a little bit deeper here for you Virgos. It is also a number 1. So, when reversed or surrounded by negative runes, Fehu may indicate a lack of wealth and a period of financial difficulty. It may also be interpreted as greed and an exaggerated interest in material matters. Fehu can indicate loose ends in unfinished projects. In its most negative form, Fehu represents loss or possibility, an offer that should not be accepted. So don't accept something. Maybe somebody around you could be giving you something and maybe you should not take it. It is connected to poverty as well as the kind of domination by others that leads to a loss of self-esteem. If the runes around it are not strongly negative, it can indicate a delay or an obstacle. Fehu may caution you to avoid wasting resources and to think carefully before you react of the effect of your actions will have in the future. Indicate problems related to conception, fertility, and pregnancy. So think before you react with the retrograde whenever it comes back around. And we just had Mercury retrograde, so maybe during that time frame to Virgo. So you are learning a lesson, and Mercury has interrupted something for you to learn this lesson. It created an obstacle. All right. And it interrupted something, interrupted or delayed something. It could be a delay in communication. Somebody could have reacted before they had all of the facts. Somebody could have even been sending some sort of telepathy here. All right. So, what is shifting for you, Virgos? What is shifting for the Virgo collective here? Alrighty. So judgment. This to me is the judgment rune. I mean, that's for me. It's Ingus. Claims you to split up relationships or old habits. You're ready for a new start, even for a new child. Remember, this Fehu talks about a delay in a pregnancy for some of you. In the meantime, could be dangerous, so keep your good mood. So this, what is shifting is your moodiness, your quick reaction, miscommunications, before you gather all the facts, before you know the bigger story here. All right. So Ingus. To me, it looks like the judgment card. So somebody could very well be harshly judging a situation before they actually know the truth. Somebody could be spreading lies as well. I don't know where that came from. I'm channeling here. Somebody could be lying about a pregnancy or a child is something else that I'm getting. So 22 is a number. So we have 122 could be significant. So it's warning you. It warns that fear and indecision or laziness may cause you to miss opportunities. So that is shifting. It also suggests that you consider whether the words and behavior of others are designed to hold you back or to keep you from making necessary changes. So somebody could be manipulating with words, causing you a lot of fear. It may suit their interest for you to remain stuck in a situation that is not doing you much good. And that's exactly what I feel. There is something that needs to change. Whatever the situation, courage and faith and the protection of your spiritual guides will help you to break free and make the fresh start that you need. So your spirit guides are coming in. Remember I said about the judgment card. The judgment to me is being divinely guided here. So your spirit guides are around you and helping you to shift this fear, to shift these warnings, to help maybe even shift the communication of another. Remember, speed of thought, telepathy coming in here. And I feel like somebody is doing that to help try to keep you stuck in a situation that isn't doing you any good. Helping you, like causing you a lot of fear. Because why? Because they want you to miss some sort of an opportunity when it comes to maybe something that you need to express within the world. So I feel for some of you, and this is only a high vibrational Virgo here, for some of you, somebody is sending you negative thoughts. And these negative thoughts are intruding your mental body. And it is for their own selfish gains. For the lower vibration Virgos, I feel like you could be doing this to somebody. Um, and I feel like it's because it's like somebody is being very immature. Somebody could be trying to block somebody's rebirth, is something else that I am getting here. So it's time to get rid of these energies that pull you down, that are hindering you. You can break free from this. So over a holiday, so we got the holiday coming up in November of Thanksgiving, so maybe you need to just be thankful and clear out this energy. Okay, so that is what I see that is shifting, is you're not going to allow these intrusive thoughts to keep you in this fear energy. You're not going to allow these intrusive thoughts block you from expressing your truth, is what I see here. All right, so what do you need to be mindful of during this retrograde? Well, you have the it's called weird. So what do you need to be mindful of? Fate, destiny, because that's what the weird rune represents, fate and destiny. It guides your karma, the whole of your previous existence. Your obstacles are the passport to a new start. Cheer up. This rune links you to your real fate. So what do you need to be mindful of is destiny. This could be somebody who is karmic. This could be a karmic individual. You could be a karmic individual. But what do you need to be mindful of is whatever this fear is just an obstacle. And that you can get through this. So they want you to keep calm. They want you to remain calm. They want you to stay in that positive mood when it comes to communication. Gather all the facts before you judge somebody. Gather all the facts that, not everybody's journey is the same. Okay, so there is definitely something going on with the throat chakra when it comes to communication. So let's talk a little bit more about what you need to be mindful of during this retrograde with the weird rune. So what do you need to be mindful of is the web of fate. It's viewed as the force that judges both gods and mortals and rewards or punishes them for their actions. It can also be considered to be the rune that cuts short their mortality. Fate, destiny, kismet, circumstances, and events that are beyond your control. So you can't control somebody. You can't. What you need to be mindful of is allowing these fears to control your communication, to block you from expressing what you truly want to express. This is a karmic person. Those of us who live in the modern world find it hard to believe in fate or karma because we prefer to think that our own free will can override destiny. Accidents happen. People fall in love and come home and find that their spouse has walked out. People often win things or lose them. Life is not always in our hands. Sometimes it's just a matter of destiny. All we can do is live through both the good and the evil times and learn from them. And remember, the original message was about learning lessons. This is a karmic lesson here. All right. So how is this retrograde assisting your karmic path? Okay, this is Rado, and Rado it reminds me of the Chariot. The Chariot talks about grabbing the reins of your life and going in a direction in which you want to go in, and putting everything behind you and not allowing what people think or what people say to hinder you. Their judgment is their judgment, right? So, Rado, this is the moment to act. Find out what your heart wants. Resistance will be gone. Rado is union and reunion and the end of conflicts. So, how it is assisting your karmic path? It is assisting in ending any conflicts when it has something to do with communication. Okay, again, that Chariot card, that's what they're showing me in my third eye, is somebody grabbing the reins of their life and moving forward. You are the captain of your boat. So for some of you, you're completing a karmic pattern. You may have Virgo in the south node, or you may have Virgo in the north node, is something else that I'm getting, because the north node represents life's lessons. So you could have Mercury in your north node, or Virgo in your north node of Mercury. Either Gemini in your north node, Virgo in your north node, something along them lines. And this is a number 5. So you have 1, 2, 2, 5. 0. 1, 2, 2, 0, 5 could be very significant. So Rado represents journey, cartwheel, ride, and cart. So journey, the karmic journey. So this could be something about your karmic path, which, like I said, would represent your north node here. So, Rado travel represents travel. It also means transportation. It could signify a journey that is taken by necessity or one that is taken for pleasure. A literal journey, it can be safe, pleasant, and enjoyable. However, Rado can show a metaphysical pathway or road, which can be a way through a dilemma, a journey, or consciousness, or a change of view. Represents vehicle or method by which you achieve an object or a goal. For some of you, this could actually be astral travel, the speed of thought, right? The speed of thought, gathering something. Your karmic path is, you're going to be judged for this. Somebody needs to know that. I feel like that's for my low vibrational Virgos. So, how is this affecting your karmic path? Well, I feel for some of you, you are completing this. The journey in question may be a journey of the soul, which is taken in order to bring out some form of healing, representing movement, motion, travel, exploration, denote a new start, taking control, leadership, and promotion. So what did I say about taking control of your life? Not allowing somebody else to send you negative thought patterns or intrusive thoughts that keeps you in this fear-based energy, that keeps you blocked from moving or doing what you love or loving what you do, for letting it control your destiny. So I feel like I feel like this was a destined situation. And that's what you need to be mindful of. So definitely a discussion. Could indicate unexpected news. When Mercury is in retrograde, it is never a good time to sign a contract or do something new. So after Mercury goes in retrograde, after the post retrograde, maybe a good time, or before Mercury goes in retrograde may be a good time if you're looking to start something new. So it does unexpected news in a form of maybe somebody coming in a vehicle traveling to you, computer, fax, telephone, or some other form of communication equipment. Radio can refer to a quest and your destiny in following a quest. Decisions need to be made alongside an ability to see the bigger picture, as radio advises you not to focus solely on your problems or become isolated from daily events, but to take a wider view. So don't allow this fear to block you. This is just a karmic pattern that needs to be recognized when it comes to your thoughts. Again, somebody could be sending you intrusive thoughts as well, Virgo. Or maybe, Virgo, you're doing this to somebody else. You take the messages as they resonate, as this is only a general reading, right? But some sort of communication problems is happening here. Somebody could be judging something before they have all of the facts. Somebody could be sending negative thought patterns or intrusive thoughts to you, or you're doing this to somebody else. Somebody could also be traveling or astral traveling, trying to cause issues. Maybe even as far as taking something that does not belong to them. All right. So thank you for watching, Virgos. Again, heed the messages. This is a retrograde reading. If you do not resonate with this, maybe go try one of the other placements in that sign. Thank you for watching and have a great day.